All right, TSL, let's get it. Let me ask you a question. Is luck good or bad, or is luck just luck? And I question it today because I read a quote by Seneca, and Seneca said, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So I got to thinking about this because if luck is when preparation meets opportunity, what happens? I get the fact when I prepare, the opportunity presents itself, and boom, I'm in it for the win. I get that. That's luck. But what about the times when I prepared? I mean, I went overboard preparation. I did everything I was supposed to do. The opportunity presented itself, and it doesn't come through. I lose. I didn't win the bid. I didn't get the promotion. My business plans weren't approved, and the loan didn't come through. What then? Am I supposed to believe that's luck too? Yes, I believe in that. I believe that is luck. Because, see, another name for luck is momentum. Because I don't think luck is bad or good. I think it's actually the label that we put on it. And see, when you label luck as bad, that's when you lose your momentum. But I got to ask you, is luck really that bad? I mean, in the moment, when things don't come through for you, it can seem unfair. It can feel bad. But in the macro, if you zoomed everything out, could it be possibly the best thing that ever happened for your life? It depends. Will you add to the momentum, or will you label it as bad and quit? You know, like me, you've had moments that you needed the breakthrough to happen for you. You needed this. You prepared for it. You did everything you possibly could, and it didn't come through for you. And in the moment, it seemed like it was the end, when in fact, not knowing, it was a new beginning for you. Because, see, you took the hit, but you kept building momentum. You just didn't realize it. You didn't know what else to do, but just keep going. And looking back is where hindsight comes in. Looking back, you had no idea how good things were going to turn out for you. And today you look at things and you're glad that you took the L. Because had you not, it wouldn't have set you up for the win that you have today. What looked like everything right then and there, back then, and you prepared for it, and the opportunity, I got to have this. And you do all that. You get to those crossroads, and it doesn't happen for you. And it looks like the end in the moment. And you're like, oh my God, I don't know what else to do. When you don't know what else to do, you just do. Uncertain, afraid. What do I do now? But because you didn't have time to wait, You just kept adding to it, and you kept building momentum. And look at where your life is today. That big thing back then that you had to have is so small in comparison to where your life is today. But you would not have realized that had you not took the L, had you not taken the loss back then. So I got to ask you again, is that bad luck? Or is it just luck in the long run? My demotion was luck. It was a momentum builder. Didn't feel like it at the time. But see, when I got demoted, it released me to drop the facade, to drop the double life, to drop the BS. I shed all that. Had that not happened, had I not got demoted, I wouldn't have done it on my own, because it would be equivalent to me building and furnishing a dream house and then tearing it all down to the ground just because I heard there was a small crack in the foundation. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it on my own. But see, I was building momentum the whole way. I just didn't realize it. And see, the momentum that I was building when I was 60 pounds overweight, I hated the way I felt. I hated the way I looked. So I began to work out, bust a sweat every day, 5 a.m., never miss twice. Eat all the food you want. Just make sure it's clean foods. Did that. And see, when I changed my fitness and I began to see the results, it changed my mindset. It changed my expectations. And it caused me to make some very tough decisions in my life. And I had to start removing toxic people from my life. See, all that was happening, I didn't realize that. And so as physically I was on top of the world. Mentally, I was fragile, still living an incongruent life. And then I got demoted. But see, had I not been building the things physically inside, I wouldn't have been prepared for that demotion. And because I was already building that, I was working out. The only thing I had left was to work out. The only thing I could do was continuous learning in action. I continued to read. I continued to apply it. I was demoted. I was at the bottom rung. But I was free. And I started over. It was at the bottom rung. What looked like bad luck. Got demoted. Bad luck. Bottom rung. The people I once answered to now, the people who once answered to me, now I had to answer to them. But that's when the Sales Life podcast came about, at the bottom rung. And so I began to live my truth. New, better people started coming into my life. I pushed against we've always done it that way. And I went from 10 to 1,000 RPMs. That's luck. In the moment, it felt bad. But in the long run, it was good. So don't label luck as bad or good. Luck is just luck. Now, what do you do from it? What do you do with it from there? That's up to you. See, if you look at luck as momentum, just swap out the word, swap out luck for momentum. That's all it is. So if you look at it as momentum, sometimes the luck, the momentum, it stirs you up. So things take an abrupt turn in your life. Things don't come through for you. It's supposed to. That's the momentum. It's the things that's going to stir you up. Sometimes it forces you to reevaluate and make different decisions. Sometimes it forces you to look around and get creative and say, I have nothing left except this. And with the creativity, because you lack the resources, this is why it's one of the 5 C's, creativity. And confrontation is one of the 5 C's to selling: communication, curiosity, creativity, continuous learning and action, and productive confrontation. See, when you're in these situations, you take those things and you say, what can I do with it? And sometimes that's what it is. It's just momentum. So I got to ask you, man, what's bad about luck? Because the only way that it's bad luck is if you quit. It may not be bad at all. Because you just don't know how things are going to play out. And some days, man, it may seem like 10 steps forward, and then the next day, maybe 100 steps back, but it's still luck. It's luck if you look at it as momentum. Keep adding to it with continuous learning and action, and watch what happens with your lucky self. To learn the number one skill you need in life, head over to thesaleslife.me, and there you will find thousands of free resources, from blogs to videos to, of course, podcasts. The Sales Life is the top 5% podcast in the world. I'd love for you to join it and learn the 5 core skills of selling your way through life. Remember, the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you, because you're more than enough. Stay amazing. Stay in the Sales Life.